something. When you pull, it's like some move. We're gonna see though. It said some was unplugged. We'll see.
I need you to wind for me.
Your foot on this.
I like the way you wind it up, right for me. I like the way you wind it up, right for me. I can feel it in my body, and I'm looking for a body that can calm me down, cool me down. I need you to wind for me. I need your loving tonight. You look real good, so I know how it can feel when you're home.
What up, family? Thank you for tuning in, tapping in, turning in. Turning on to a new day, new way.
I need you to wind for me, baby. I like the way you wind for me. Please calm me down, cool me down. I need you to wind for me. I like the way you wind for me. I like the way you wind it up. I wanna feel for me.
Watch that beat, Bill. Y'all let that beat, Bill.
You hold me down. You're loving, I can tell how you feel when you hold me down.
Hey, okay, mix it in. Hey, go, Grub. Go, you run.
If you want, maybe we can take it easy. I'm pushing up every and anytime you need me. G-Win, I'm not misleading. It's 8 a.m., you got me wishing you was with me. Press, full court press, you know what you need. Someone that's bout you, girl. I'm selfish, left side of your chest. No, it's gold, it's a treasure. It's kinda cold right now. Let me keep you warm in this weather now. Loving you is my calling. Girl, I'm ready to put my all in, yeah. I'ma show you what it feels like to be loved. Hold you down when we pop up, girl, I hold you up. No other feeling compare. My intuition sends your love in the air. Baby, just hold tighter if you feel that you scared. I know the way you feeling really feel like it's real. Ain't no probably. Wanna know how it feels having you on this side of me. Instantly, intimacy, enjoy your company. Tenderly and gently, that's the vibe for me, yeah. Get you ain't going nowhere. This day to love, girl, I wanna go there. You the biggest drip, I don't need no mind clear. Girl, I'm ready, let me know whenever your mind clear. You take an inch or a mile, I'll take it with you. The life you wanna create, baby, can I make it with you? Stay down, let's get it, girl, I wanna run this cake up with you. Yo, not you better, don't you ever bring no baby with you. Babe, I'm serious, I don't mind playing the long game. Follow your lead, be your shadow, wanna be your only. When I'm in your presence, I wanna hold you closely. Give you everything I got, you is what you own, man. Ain't no probably. Wanna know how it feels having you on this side of me. Instantly, intimacy, enjoy your company. Tenderly and gently, that's the vibe for me.
Welcome, man.
Woo. Yes.
Let me tell y'all something, man. I be thinking and I be analyzing shit sometime.
Uh-huh.
And as I be thinking and as I be analyzing, I realize I am so blessed, so lucky, and so happy. I was sitting here and I was thinking, and this is just me as a pastor, as a master teacher, it's just someone just talking to the congregation, to the students. Man, who says, listen, I have one manifestation. I have one want. And it's that everything I've ever wanted will be given to me.
Yeah.
And I don't think y'all understand. I'm not going to do anything. You can choose what you want. You can choose money. You can choose cars, you can choose women, you can choose travel, you can choose long. Everything that I'm a simple nigga. I'm very general.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that I've ever fucking wanted will be given to me.
Bottom line.
I'm not gonna put no work, no effort into any fucking thing. It's just gonna be given to me. And the reason I know that, because I'm gonna give myself to the world.
Mm-hmm.
And people are gonna give me back. I was sitting here looking at the hella proud, hella black, hella proud shirt. Ron got on through that because of me.
Mm-hmm.
He'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
I shared Marshawn Lynch saying, "What's up, African?"
Mm-hmm.
I said, somebody should make a t-shirt with that. Ron Green hit me up. He said, "Hey man, can I do that?" I said, "It ain't my idea. It was Marshawn Lynch."
Mm-hmm.
Less than 2 hours, he had made the design. I had a comedy show coming up.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Man, can I come down there?" I said, "Sure."
Yep.
He sold his first shirts at my comedy show, stayed
Yep.
at my house about 4 or 5 days.
Yep.
This man has an international clothing line now.
Yeah.
His shit was on Beyonce. I don't pay for this shit.
Yeah.
I got a whole lot of Ron Green shit, jackets and shit that I ain't even wore because I just ain't where I want to be yet physically,
Mhm.
but I don't pay for shit.
Mm-hmm.
You can choose your manifestation.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it hit me this
Yeah.
morning. Everything. Bears and Bubbles gonna be on TV.
Yeah.
I'm not doing a goddamn thing to make it happen. I'm not doing shit. The only thing I'm gonna do is play this fucking game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna focus on being general in my
Yeah.
thoughts, when to be specific.
Yeah.
I'm gonna focus on staying above that green line. I'm
Yeah.
gonna focus on saying I feel high and in heaven when I'm accountable for my thoughts, and I feel low in hell when I blame others for my actions.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna do is play this fucking game.
Yeah.
It's not up to me. It's not up to me. Now, in the process of playing this game, some of my green bubbles, things that make me feel good,
Mm-hmm.
is making music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna go out here. I'm not gonna perform in no shows. I'm not doing nothing. I'm gonna make music and upload it, and somebody gonna find me.
Yeah.
I'm not doing a goddamn thing to be discovered. I'm not gonna do nothing. And watch. Everything that I've ever wanted will be given to me.
Exactly.
And I done made a song about it, and we done made a song about it, and people singing this shit.
Mhm.
Everything that I ever wanted will be given to me.
Yeah.
There's a language. Bears and Bubbles, Craig Mama and yourself. I done got that oatmeal in me today.
Yeah.
Hold on now. What shit? There's
Yeah.
a language associated with this shit.
Yeah.
So let's go look at the
Who kicking in the door? Who kicking in the door? Who kicking in the door, y'all?
the first 5 in line. We got
Okay.
our sister Sophia Moore, the lovely. We got our sister Devoted Touch, Divine Rising.
Devoted to.
We got Kanae Monique,
Kanique.
Salute Fam. We got our brother Wild Man Terrence. You call him TT.
TT.
Top of the day. Number 5, we got Vardre Cohen.
Hey, Vita.
All right, good morning, team. And then number 6, we got, I think we done
Okay.
hung my boy Joe Crook black ass out there.
Hey.
Joe Crook, you are the one.
You're the one. You are the one.
You're that guy that's
You are
number
the
6
one.
that they slammed the door in your face and you was like, oh, shit. But it ain't no big deal. You get to be seen. Some people don't want to be seen. But
Mhm.
either way, your job is to come in and summarize today's lessons. What did it mean to you today? What did it mean to you today?
Yeah.
Today's lesson is entitled
What is it entitled? Okay.
The Momentum of Contrast. Contrast. What is contrast? We're going to talk about contrast today. We're going to talk about contrast because contrast is a word that people get confused, like consequences. Consequences is what happens after a behavior. Consequences is what happens after a behavior. So you could help somebody up. and somebody give you $1 million, and that's consequences. Or you can push somebody down and somebody beat the shit out of you. That's consequences.
Mm-hmm.
We take these words and we turn them into good or bad words. And we're going to talk about that today. Good or bad words. Today's word is contrast. Contrast. We're going to talk about contrast. But before I get up and get into that, we're going to have Chris do what? Hit us with the recap, baby.
Hey, yes. Yes, y'all. Okay, so yesterday's message was general or specific. Sometimes you need to move slow, sometimes you need to move fast. And we're entering into our momentum series. So yesterday was day 1, today is day 2. I'm so excited about that because that's what it's really all about, knowing when to be general, knowing when to be specific, and understanding that if you don't pick, when to be general or specific, that shit'll make you feel pink. You know what I'm saying? And it could be attached to what you're doing, but you're moving too fast and you need to slow down. And I'm piggybacking off of what Master Teacher said about Ron Green. Like, I remember going to Ghana and I'm in a restaurant with his t-shirt on, and this dude, and I don't know what's a African t-shirt, and this dude was like, Ron Green, that is my friend. He said, we're going to make sneakers together. Now, when he started the first day, he asked Javon about that. If he'd jumped too far ahead and said, I wonder if I'm going to be global. You know what I'm saying? Like right away, instead of, I just want to make t-shirts, it might have discouraged him from trying to go forward. It might have been too fast for him to move. So he took the idea, and in each step of being general, it has landed him in on an international platform. So remember, you have to take your time to get to where you're going. Sometimes your step 2 is not there. That thing that's making it be coming to fruition is not in place. So if you move too fast, that's gonna be your ass when you get there, and ain't nobody there waiting for you. So yeah.
It's kind of like when I see my students,
Mm-hmm.
they be like, Clark, what up? And they be so geeked and so hyped because they want to tell me what they doing now and how what I've done in their life changed their life. And I be looking, they be like, man, you don't remember me? And they don't realize they got a beard now.
Yeah.
I taught 9th and 11th grade English. So when I see them, it's hard for me to recognize them. Now, the girls pretty much look the same. You can tell Mr. Clark, and I'm like, oh, okay, I remember her name. Or I said, I remember the girl. You know what I'm saying? But a boy, he done got a beard now, and he's grown. So it's hard for me to recognize the males, but they just be so excited to say how they life going and what they did. And they always say, Clark, yeah, that shit you told me, man. That shit you told me. So it's a beautiful feeling. So speaking on Ron or different people that I know that I've influenced directly, those people have been step 2s for me, Blue Dots. I done been to Philly and hung out with Ron and had the carpet rolled out for me. So, it's a situation where I'm going to speak on what I've done. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers get up and brag on what, and that's one thing I've never really liked. One of the things I love about Muhammad Ali, that he brag on himself and he don't care. He's very braggadocious. When George Foreman lost to Muhammad Ali, he said it didn't hurt that he lost the fight. It hurt that he had lost to the most braggadocious motherfucker ever. He this man said he gonna knock me out in 8 rounds and fucking did it.
Yeah.
He said that's what made him get saved and start preaching. That's what he said. He said, man, that shit destroyed me. Muhammad Ali, he said, I was the fucking crusher. And everybody thought I was going to beat him. And he said, Muhammad Ali is so fucking braggadocious that Muhammad Ali knocked his ass out in the 8th round, like he said. And Muhammad Ali created some shit called a rope-a-dope, where he just laid on the rope and moved and let George punch himself out and get tired. And as soon as George got tired, he came up off that rope and knocked his fuck ass out. And I guess I never wanted to be seen as that braggadocious person, because when you're handsome and tall and people dislike you for anyway. But after what I've seen happen with Kevin Samuels, man, I'm going to toot my own fucking horn, because don't nobody like you. Don't nobody love you. You know what I'm saying? The people that love you, love you. The ones that don't like you, don't like you anyway. So,
you are somebody you got a lot of professors that I've had. I have had several of Javon's professors from college, from his undergrad to his master's. And when I see them, man or women, they all cry. They say, what is he doing? I know he's doing something great. I'm talking about 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And they like, I know we've been waiting to see what this man
Waiting on the
does.
God to come.
And then for me to walk in, fill him in a little bit, and then they get to see me, and then they get to pour into me just to make sure that they know I've gotten what they've given him. You know what I'm saying? And that's a wonderful
They've been
thing.
waiting on the God to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've been waiting on the God to come. I'm the God.
That's the 19-year-old Javon that some of these teachers know.
Point blank, period.
Yeah.
Let's bust the flow before we go to the board.
Ooh.
I'm the king, God king, point blank, period. And I ain't never gave a fuck about too much but my wife's daughter and the squad. So every day at 9 o'clock I get up and go real hard. Spitting truth for the peeps that's listening. Spitting truth, I shine and I'm glistening. Shit, I used to be a Christian and I used to be a Muslim, but now I'm everybody's religious cousin. I'm just doing my thing. I done created my own way of life. And I think about it every night. And I wake up in the morning on a new bubble, going to the world, spinning but loving them. Shit, can't nothing hold me back. Can't nothing bring me down. Can't nothing make me sad. Can't nothing make me mad. I can control my own thoughts now. Goddamn, I done finally took off.
Ain't nobody gonna stop my shine.
I don't want to hear you. This is my show.
Why you do that? I ain't gonna pick it up.
Well, then.
I'm gonna have a little girl.
Well, have
I'm
a
go
little
to my
girl
4-year self.
Well, there you go.
Go get me some candy or something.
I'm
make me
finna
feel
go
better.
to the board.
You see how he do me, y'all?
Hey, that's part of the show, man.
You
gotta,
see how he
look,
do me, y'all?
You gotta
This part
learn
of
how
the
to
show
joke.
too.
You gotta learn
Well,
how to
this
joke.
part of the show too. This part of the show too.
Family, I'm
Start
about to
over.
get to the board.
Start over.
No,
See?
I'm going to the board. Did you do the recap yet?
Yeah, I did the recap.
Okay. I'm just looking at myself on the screen. I got to get me a monitor for that camera so I can always look in that camera instead of looking down right here but I have to run this too. So soon or later, we're going to have our own production crew, our own production team.
Yep.
We ain't going to have to worry about none of that shit.
Everything that we ever wanted will be given to us.
I feel like I'm shining like goddamn Lennox Lewis today or something. Let me go to the board, man. Today's message, I'm about to fuck this up.
Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Y'all ready for this great message?
Let me get me a swig of my Wody.
Y'all ready? Ready? Who ready? Put a fist up if you're ready. Put two fingers up while you're ready.
Water. I drink Wody.
Are you ready, Master Teacher?
Wody out of line. Wody gonna get his head bust.
Is you ready? You don't see him? Let them see your rock steady.
I'm ready for love. Let me get this Wody in there. Wody out of line. Wody get his head bust.
Yeah. Get it.
I was thinking, when I was in college, I'm an edutainer. I educate and entertain. I know ain't nobody had a motherfucking teacher like me. That's why my students love me.
Mm-hmm.
The momentum of contrast. Let's go look that word up. Contrast. The state of being strikingly different from something else in juxtaposition or close association. The day began cold and blustery in contrast to almost 2 weeks of uninterrupted sunshine. Now ain't that some shit? Let's read it again. Contrast. The state of being strikingly different from something else in juxtaposition or close association. Juxtapose means being set beside. Chris likes to use that word all the time. I love that word. She say that shit. When you juxtapose.
All the time.
Damn, stop saying that word. The state of being strikingly different from something else in juxtaposition of close attention. Now listen at the definition at the sentence. The day began cold and blustery in contrast to almost 2 weeks of interrupted sunshine. Mm-hmm. Now cold and blustery is pretty much opposite than the sunshine. So when we look at contrast or when someone contradicts us, And the word Mary, Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? We turn contrast into a bad thing, but contrast is just the opposite. So if your day is going exactly like you want it to, and you see some contrast, that's just the opposite of what you want right now. It's not bad. We let things that we consider bad take us down. That's why I call it contrast. So if I'm sitting here and I'm down and out and sad, and somebody come and say, "Hey man, I got $100 for you," and they pick me up, that $100 was contrast. It was the opposite of what I had going on. So contrast is not good or bad. That's what we got to understand first. Contrast is not good or bad. Contrast is just contrary, contradictory, opposite of what you're thinking now. If I'm thinking good thoughts, contrast is bad thoughts. If I'm thinking bad thoughts, contrast is good thoughts. But we don't want to look at it like good, bad, happy, or sad. We want to look at it as green, pink. We want to look at it as up and down. We want to look at it as heaven and hell. I want to float in heaven. I don't want to float down here in hell. I want to float in heaven. Yesterday we talked about momentum. And we had two major words for momentum. Number one is general. General. Y'all got that? Number two is specific. I forgot to write specific up there. I'm going to say that shit wrong until the lesson over. General, specific. Specificity. That's how your mind works. General or specifics. That's how everybody works. They're going to give you a general idea or specific. General is a big bubble. It's slow. You get it? It's slow. Whether it's pink or green, it's a big bubble. A general thought contains a lot of specific thoughts. You get that? A general thought contains a lot of specific thoughts. But if we take this general thought, or we're feeling bad, and we take a general thought, everything I ever wanted would be given to me, I can bubble up. Once I bubble up and I'm up here in the green, high in heaven, because I'm accountable for my thoughts, then some specific thoughts will come out of that. And the better I feel, I should create these momentum and speed these thoughts up. And it gets more specific. In the very same way, down here, a general thought is a slow thought. And it contains specific thoughts. So if somebody tell you, the doctor tell you, you are unhealthy. That's a general thought. Now, if you take that home and say, look, I'm unhealthy, this is what I'm going to do about it. That general thought. But when the doctor gives you specifics, your fucking thyroid's fucked up, you got a bad knee, you got diabetes, you got this, that shit can lead to depression. So sometimes it's best to get specific, means fast. If it's feeling good to me and it's something I want to focus on, man, get specific, get fast. I can have a general thought of saying, I'm going to see Mary Ann today. Seriously. I'm going to see Mary Ann or Mary Louise or Ella, Mary Sue or somebody. I don't know why I'm Mary. My grandma named Mary, so I be trying to come up with a different name talking about going to fuck. But my granddaddy had about 5 bitches named Mary. And I'm like, he was fucking grandma and 4 other Marys. Mary
You
Ellen,
can't
Mary
get the name
Ann,
wrong like that.
Mary Louise. So I'm just a sum total of the man who raised me. My granddad, he's just been true blue.
Man.
So I can wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to fuck with Mary Ann today. And then my wife can get on my nerves and make me mad. And it starts to bring me down. So I'm going to fuck with Mary Ann. The general statement ain't good enough. Now I got to get specific. I'm going to get my dick sucked. I'm going to get my balls licked. Boy, that bitch going to cook that good thick bacon she make. Hog jaws. Oh, man, she got a fat ass. I start getting specific because it got to bring me back up because she's pulling me down. I get up. I'm going to see Mary Ann. Yes. General statement. Here come my wife. You got to do this. You got to do this. You got to do this. That bubble started going down. I said, oh, I can't let you pull me down. Boy, Mary Ann gonna put a fucking on me today. Mary Ann gonna have that good food. Mary Ann got a couple of dollars for me. Whatever I need to do, right, to stay up. In the very same way, you have to do that to bubble up.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can be thinking too fast about some shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes you could be thinking how broke you is, and you say, I ain't gonna pay my light bill, I can't pay this, I can't pay this, I can't pay this, I can't pay this, I can't pay this.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just better to say, man, I'm broke as hell right now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
If you, that's even in the pink land. If you just said, man, I'm broke as hell right now, that'll feel better than fucking, I can't pay this, I'm gonna get kicked out, then the people don't know the credit card. That's is my granddaddy used to have a saying. I'm fucked up in America.
I was just going to ask you to say that.
I'm fucked up in America right now. That just means America is a place that ain't never intended for niggas to have nothing. Mm-hmm. So if you got something, you great. Granddaddy said, I'm fucked up in America. And I just put Jack on it. I'm fucked up in America, Jack. See, that's easy for me. Mm-hmm. See, if I need to hit my weed man and I need to borrow some weed, I don't have to get specific. Even in my downness, I don't have to get specific. Hey, man, I done had niggas that wanted to borrow some money from me. They got so fucking specific, it made me feel bad. Man, take the goddamn money, man. Or either, man, I ain't giving you shit. That's too much. Ask me for what you want. So, when I call my weed man, I don't say, hey, man, my daughter needs some Pampers, man. And I got to pay the light bill. I got to fix my floor. I got to do this. Man, I ain't got money for food. Da, da, da. He don't want to hear all that. So I just hit him. I say, hey, man, general statement. I'm fucked up in America, Jack. Or, hey, bro, I'm greasy. He know that means give me some goddamn reefer. And I'll pay you back when I can. It makes communication easier. Let's get into today's message.
Get in it.
You got to see what that board means. That's a beautiful board. These boards come out of my head, but that's a fucking beautiful board. Sometimes you need to take that general statement and encompass all the specifics. Sometimes you need to bust that goddamn big general bubble and let all the specific baby boys come out. This is going to be a game.
Mm-hmm.
An app.
It is.
You're going to see a general statement, and if it look good, you're going to say, bust that motherfucker. Let all the good shit come out. Sometimes you're going to have to see some bad words association that's pink, and you're going to have to wrap them up all in one big bubble. I've been thinking on this shit. And I ain't going to do a goddamn thing to do it. I'm going to throw it out here and think about it, and somebody going to call me up, and we going to make it. And if you make it without me, that's still a good problem. I'm going to sue your goddamn drawers off. So it's still a good problem. Mm-hmm. People say, when they come over here and make music with me, they say, well, what about this? I say, hey, man, sue my goddamn drawers off. Let's just make the fucking song. Wake up and create your own momentum every day. Mm-hmm. New way, new day, new view, new you. That's why I always say that. New day, new way, new view, new you. New day, new way, new view, new you. Because you could have went to bed with some momentum on you that was fucked up from the whole day. Mm-hmm. So you could have went to bed very specific. But I promise you, when you go to sleep, you do not wake up thinking about the exact same shit unless you choose to do it. Mm-hmm. I promise you. Mm-hmm. You do not wake up thinking about what happened yesterday unless you choose to go revisit. Now, I done told you some ways that you can avoid revisiting. You just create your momentum for the day. Mm-hmm. Get up, do what you do in the morning. Don't lay there with the alarm. I swear to God on Jesus Christ's holy and precious name, Buddha's titty, Allah's nuts. If you wake up and hit the snooze button, bang, 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 and hit that snooze button and lay there trying to go back to sleep, you are going to revisit yesterday. I promise you on Couture's right ass cheek. Stop. I swear to God on Eve's big toe, Jesus' fucking left ear. If you get up, hit that snooze button, and don't get right up and say, hey, new day, new way, new view, new me. Let me get shit started. Let me get in my routine. Let me get disciplined. I'm a disciple of my own self. Let me get obsessed. Let me rampage. Let me do what I got to do. Mm-hmm. You are going back to yesterday, and I bet you the devil's right back molar with a cavity in it. That's pretty stupid. I guarantee you. So when you wake up, you can create your whole momentum. Mm-hmm. All that shit that was bad yesterday has stopped. You settled it down in your sleep. Obviously, I know this is true. Go check on her. Mm-hmm. Or you wouldn't have been able to go to sleep. I can't eat, I can't sleep anymore. When you can't eat or sleep, that means you can't stop that momentum. I got a lot to say. You can avoid that subject if you create a momentum all day. A Monday is a Monday, and a bad day is a bad day. I bet you Christ's left pinky finger with a hangnail. Monday is going to be a bad day because you create the momentum of Monday. You wake up and you say, oh, shit, it's Monday. You done already gave in to the momentum of the world, how the world feels about Monday, no matter what happens. I promise you. When you wake up and say, oh, man, today's going to be a bad day, I promise you it's going to be a bad day because you're going to tune in, tap in, turn on to everything that you would consider bad. And I'm telling you, don't see it bad. It's just contrast. It's the opposite of what you want.
Yeah.
And guess what? You can never know what you want until you know what you don't want.
Yeah.
You can look up and see some homeless people and you say, I don't never want to be like that. I want a big ass house.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what you want until you know what you don't want.
Yep.
So contrast just lets you know what you want. Contrast just lets you know what you want. It's going to get good. Let me break it down to you. Surround yourself with joy, and it's a constant momentum breaker. If you surround yourself with joy to be. Put joy. Make your car smell a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
I like my house to smell a certain way. I like my house to be clean, spotless all the fucking time. When I wake up and I come in my kitchen, if the fucking kitchen ain't clean from last night, instantly my momentum changes. When I wake up and I go in my house and I see my house clean, instantly my momentum feel good. It's a certain temperature. I got certain smells going on, certain auras, essential oils in the air. I wake up feeling good. Mm-hmm. If I wake up and I goddamn didn't clean my studio area from the night before and I got some blunt joint papers or a beer bottle or something, I'm mad at myself. My momentum is gone. So you got to surround yourself with joy. You got to create your momentum. How do you do this, Javon? I'm going to show y'all something that I did in the class. First of all, I say everything I ever want is going to be given to me. That's my mantra. So I can start saying that when anything starts to go down for me. Whether it's a general, hey man, I'm fucked up in America, but guess what? Everything I ever want is gonna be given to me. Whenever I think bad, when I think pink, I try to make it a general statement. Mm-hmm. I don't try to list how fucked up shit is. Mm-hmm. I don't get too specific. Mm-hmm. But if it's a green thing, I try to list it. Yeah. But it's harder to list green than it is bad. It's 500 solutions to your problem, but you can only think of more problems. It's hard to think of solutions. Yeah. Because that's how the mind works. I have created a way to surround myself with joy. I'm going to give you some examples. Mm-hmm. Numbers. I don't look at the clock. When I look at the clock, it's 12, 12, 11, 11, 1, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4. Certain numbers that I like that if I see them, it instantly bubbles me up, no matter what. Mm-hmm. No matter what, if I see certain numbers, it instantly bubble me up. So my momentum can be controlled just by looking up. My source can say, hey man, you feeling bad? Look at the clock. 222, oh shit. Mm-hmm. Everything that I ever wanted will be given to me, go right to my song. Shit like license plates when I'm driving. If I see triple license plates, EEE, 12, 12, 12, something like that, license plates. And that's very easy for me. Chris, tell them how hard it was for you. You could never see it.
Yeah, I could never see it. That's why I know how much it really works, because I remember when I could only see double letters, and I remember when I saw the triple letters, it was like, oh shoot. So yeah, it even numbers.
Too bad.
Yeah, I did.
Just like I don't see the police because I don't think about them. See, when I'm riding down the road, I'm not thinking, I need to see some numbers to make me feel good. See, it's a difference between gratitude and appreciation. Mm-hmm. And that's something we're going to talk about. Gratitude is thank you. That means something that's already happened. Appreciation is future. Mm-hmm. I'm giving you something to show you how I feel about you now. Mm-hmm. Gratitude is thank God that's over. Appreciation is I'm looking forward. So another thing I do is I say when I'm driving, if I see green, it bubbles me up. We know all the goddamn trees and shit green. And if it's wintertime, all the road signs are green. See how I'm making this easier for me? You can choose to pick what reminds you. You can choose what to pick to remind you to create your joy around you, to change your momentum. You could be riding down the road and anything can happen and you fuck around and see license plate EEE. EEE. That lets me know I'm in the right place in the right time, regardless of how I feel. I see these license plates with these triple E's or triple this. I know I'm in the right place at the right time, so that bubbles me up. So instantly I can go to everything that I ever wanted will be given to me. I have specific things that I have chosen to bubble me up. Yep. Now, if you want to say some shit like, I say whenever I see a red car, blue car, you can say whenever I see a fucking car. So if you in your house and you down, if you practice this enough, you in your house and you down, say, man, let me walk out to the street. Because I know in my mind, I done said every time I see a fucking car, I'm going to fucking bubble up. Yep. It's up to you. Now, you can be the type of motherfucker that I would say, a stupid motherfucker that said, I get bubbled up whenever I see a 4-leaf clover. They real fucking rare. They real rare. So you choose what can control your mental. Exactly. You choose how to stop your contrast. Keep moving. This is going to get better. Surround yourself with signs. It's your choice. Sad and bad emotions. Happy or good emotions. I want us to get out of this sad or bad shit. Happy or good. I want us to see it as pink or green, high or low, heaven or hell. Reason being, because I'm going to show you why. Sad or bad emotions, we say emotions are not feelings, emotions are thoughts. Emotions are thoughts. Because you can hate a motherfucker and choose to smile at them trying to fool them how you feel. But emotions are thoughts. So sad or bad, good or happy emotions, they indicator lights. That's all they are. You know when you run out of gas in your car and that shit say, bing, 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 you out of gas? What is that telling you? You out of gas. Do you say, I'm out of gas, I got to figure out a way to make this situation better? Let me put a fucking smiley face on my gas indicator. Let me turn off, oh, I'm out of gas. No, you just get gas. You know what you got to do when your gas indicator light come on. When your stomach indicates that you're hungry, you know what the fuck you got to do. So if you're having a great, happy, good emotion, green, that's just an indicator of you're feeling good. Well, let's just speed this up and focus on this shit a little bit more because this got me feeling good right now. Yeah. And after we speed it up and we milk it for all it got in it, if that don't last, let's jump to another emotion. Yeah. Let's jump to another bubble. Bubble jump. Bubble jump. Emotions are indicators of what you're focused on. That's all it is. Now, say for example, if you're sad or bad, you're having a sad or bad emotion. It's just saying, hey, you're focused on sad or bad right now. Change your focus. It's that simple. I'm going to show you why I know for a fact, because I'm going to talk about the death of my mother. I'm going to talk about death and loss and show you that this shit is simply in your mind. Emotions are indicator lights that you're focused on the contrast of what you really want. That's all it is. Contrast is the opposite of what I want. Right now, I'm focusing on the opposite of what I want. That's with my emotions. You're focusing on the contrast. We have the ability to focus on things that can make us feel better. If not, focus on something else. If right now you're thinking about money and you can't make a general statement about money, man, all my bills gonna be paid. Everything always work out right for me. If you can do that, that'll do it. If you can't speed up thoughts of how money is going to be good, or you can't maintain that general thought, stop fucking thinking about money. My mama been dead, and I do not walk around and think about her every day. Something has to trigger my focus to make me think about her. Watch this shit. Death and loss. We don't walk around constantly grieving or hurt. We only experience that emotion. Notice I said we didn't say we feel that emotion. We only experience that emotion when we see something that we focus on to make us think about it. Mother's Day came up. I've been walking around here every day, living my life, having a fucking ball, not thinking about my mother's death and that she's passed. Mother's Day came up. Oh, wow, Mother's Day. My mama's birthday, May 6th. My sisters and them want to have some at the grave. Oh, damn. Now I'm sad. I've cried more each year to myself about my mother than I have when she was actually dying. Because I realized when those death anniversaries come around and certain things, I would focus on her absence instead of her presence. Let me show y'all how this works. How do you snap out of that shit, Smokey? Remember in the movie Dead Presidents, when that nigga, they started shooting, he got scared. He said, snap out of that shit, Smokey. How do you snap yourself out of grief? You just think about something else. Watch this shit.
It's that simple, really.
And for anybody that's depressed and want to commit suicide, this is specifically for you. You just focus on something else. This is how this works. How do you snap out of that shit? Get out of there, Rocky. You just simply get out of there, Rocky. Get out of there, Rocky. You just simply get out of there, Rocky. How do you get out of there, Rocky? Whenever my mom's birthday or Mother's Day would come up, I could focus on her absence, that she's not here with me forever, or I could focus on the times when she was present with me. Now, I know if I'm focusing on the kisses and love and huggies and my mama's laughter and us smoking, I'm not going to feel a certain way if I'm focused on, well, my daughter will never see her. When I look at my daughter, I can focus on, she has my mother's face, she has this, or I can focus on, she never got to see her grandbaby. It's just up to you. But then, even if at the moment, how do we not walk around focused on that shit all the time? Because life goes on. You got to live life. You don't think about death. Every blue moon, when something, you experience something that makes you focus on it. When you experience something, you don't think about all the times you've been hurt. I'd have been shot at. I'd have been stabbed before. Cut in the legs, 52 stitches. Every time I see a fucking knife, I don't think about that shit.
Yeah.
But every time I'm out and about and a motherfucker get to talking crazy at me, I know how to chill.
Yeah.
Because I think about, I remember that time I got stabbed, nigga, and I'm high in heaven because I'm accountable for my thoughts. That was me running my motherfucking mouth, got me stabbed up, G. That won't no goddamn Lord in hell blame it. I can't blame it. I was running my mouth at the wrong time, and the motherfucker chased me, and I was beating the nigga ass, and by the time he got that knife out, and he seen that knife, he chased me, and I dived under the truck, and as I was crawling under the truck to get to the other side, that bitch said, slap right there in that calf. It's right on my calf now. You can see it if I show it to you. So I don't walk around thinking about getting stabbed all the time. But whenever I get in a situation where there's some beef, I remember when I got stabbed. Let me show you how this shit goes. Christmas. When your mom is gone, you can think about when Christmas come up. You can think about all the great Christmases you've had with her, or this one Christmas that you don't have with her today. You choose what you want to focus on. No reality is because things are how they just are. I'm trying to tell you, listen to this. No reality is because things are just like this. Every reality we face, we are the creators of that reality, simply because of what we're paying attention to. Yesterday, for the first time, the food shortage hit me. Came a reality to me. First time I focused on it. And it was because last week my son graduated and I had to go out and buy food for a cookout for him. And this week is my daughter's birthday and I'm doing the same thing, but I want to cook some different shit. And I realized shit done went up. And then I went out and got my favorite little juice, that I don't drink juice because I don't stop drinking sweets. But whenever I have a cookout, I get my things. They Turkey Hill, strawberry Turkey Hill, strawberry kiwi lemonades. Them
How much is it?
$1. They're $1.90 now.
Oh,
First
yeah,
time
they
I
used to be
seen it,
$1.50.
I said, shit, the drink is damn near doubled. And once I said that, I started looking at all the other prices. Man, I just bought some goddamn chicken wings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers going up 80 cents. And I started focusing and focusing and focusing. Before I know it, this is a birthday party for my blood child. The last party was a graduation for my son by my wife, who I treat as my son, but this one came out my balls.
Mhm.
And I focused on food prices and started to be getting upset. Man, this is a fucking 1-year-old baby. I'm having a fucking party for her. She don't even know what the fuck going on. If it weren't for my fucking sisters, I wouldn't even be doing this shit. Because I know if I don't have a birthday party for her, they're going to be like,
I'm going to be like that.
But I can handle you. It's easier, harder for me than my sister. You ain't have no party for your daughter? I know you're different. I know you don't celebrate holidays, but goddamn, nigga, we aunties. Let us enjoy this shit. So I'm focusing on the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then some said, man, your daughter gonna have a circle around her and families. She gonna goddamn PA sent me all the string beans I need. We gonna put them string beans in a bowl in front of her and take a picture and a video. She gonna stick her hands in that shit, and I changed my focus. So when I got to the counter, the lady said, woo, behind me, she said, oh, you spending a whole lot of money. You must be cooking. I said, oh, this ain't nothing. This for my daughter. Changed my whole fucking mind. My whole mind changed.
Mm-hmm.
Because I changed my focus.
Mm-hmm.
I had never focused on food prices.
Yeah.
Your reality is simply because of what you're paying attention to. If you hate your reality, stop creating it.
Yep.
Now, this is going to be the thing that's going to help anybody that's depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that's depressed, suicidal. This is going to be the best advice I think I've ever given anyone. And this is for myself too. When you break free, anytime you break free from being held down, we're going to talk about a cork fishing tomorrow. A cork is a fish can pull that bitch down no matter how strong. If it's a shark, that motherfucker coming back to the top because of buoyancy. A shark can pull that bitch down and drag it, but eventually that shark gonna get tired. That motherfucker coming back up. You can't hold it down. You can't hold it down. And that's how we are. Our true blue, green, our blue, you can't hold that shit down. It takes for one thing to snap in your true blue. And that's when you bubble up. And that's when you break free. And I'm gonna tell you what you say to yourself. I can't change this shit. I can't do nothing about this shit. This is stupid and unfucking necessary. Think about this. I'm gonna read what I wrote. When you break free, it's because you finally accept that this is dumb and unnecessary to keep focusing on a problem that you know deep down that you cannot fucking change. You can't bring nobody back from the dead, sweetheart. You can't bring nobody back from the dead, and you can't make nobody love you. You can't bring nobody back from the dead. You can't make nobody love you. It's some things in life that you cannot change. And when you finally get free, you finally say, man, I'm laying around depressed, sad, I'm fucked up, and golly, man, this shit is not working and not gonna work. And it has to get nice and bad. Nice and pink for you to realize that. See, when you first start thinking in Devilland and blaming others for something, my mama left me. Your mama ain't fucking leave you. I've heard that shit so many times. Motherfucker, you gonna leave somebody one day. My mama left me. Death is just sadness because you want something that you know good and goddamn well you can't have. That's what all pinkness is. Did you know all pink, depressing, anything that you feel low is because you want something that you absolutely know you can't have. Because if you thought you could have it, you wouldn't feel no way. If you thought you could have it, you would get up and get out and get something. Don't let the days of your life pass by. It's a lot of people that hated Brother Sanders because they know they weren't going to change who they are as a person. We're going to talk about this focus thing. But what I'm trying to say, focusing on the contrast of your momentum. Watch this. Like I said, if you go out and you bump your car on a hill, your mind says to yourself, let me stop this fucking car before it get rolling. Because you know, once that car get rolling, you can't stop it. In the very same way, hey, all these thoughts are bombarding me about negative shit. Let me
Mhm.
just make a general statement. Stop this
Mhm.
fucking car before it get rolling. Let me stop this train before that motherfucker get rolling.
Yeah.
Because that's what's happening. You have to be focused. So when people say, well, how everything you ever gonna want is gonna be given to you, you don't have a job. I don't have a job. I focus.
Yeah.
I focus.
Yeah.
My job is to focus.
Mhm.
My job is to focus.
Yep.
Focus, 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 focus. That's what I do. I focus all day, every day.
Yep. Yep.
And everything
Yep.
else is being given to me.
Mhm.
I chose that. I said, well, Javon, what's the best way to show the world that your teachings work? Well, everything I ever wanted is going to be given to me. We can choose to focus on what we want, right? Everything I've ever wanted will be given to me. What's the best way to prove that? Well, when everything you ever wanted to be given to you, and folks ask you how you did it, I ain't do nothing. I just focus.
Yeah.
It's going to be some step twos and some people that's going to help me out. But I ain't did a goddamn thing but focus. I guarantee you that it's harder to focus on feeling green than it is to work a fucking job all day. It's easy to go work a job. Harder to control your mind.
Yeah.
It's easy to work a job. I done worked plenty of fucking jobs. It's harder to control that mind. I can teach kids easy. With my entertainment, it's easy to teach kids. But it's harder to look at them kids and see where I know where they're going and control my mind. So I hate the fucking, it's hard to control that.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Teaching the kids don't depress me. It's knowing what the school system has designed for them that depresses me.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about focusing your moment.
Yeah, y'all get another. Look at that board. Yes, yes, yes. Give
Look.
it up for the master teacher.
This is a perfect example right here.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I want to see how many likes we got. We got 44 people and
It
4
was.
likes. So that's 444.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
see, that means I'm right where I need to be.
Yeah,
I needed exactly 4 likes today.
Yeah.
So it could be 444, so that can make me feel good and confident.
Yeah.
If I'd have came over here and it was 10, I'd have said that's less than yesterday. So that's not contrast. I mean, that's not bad. That's contrast.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted a lot of likes today, but the opposite of the ones I want was only 4. And guess what? That 44 people and 4 likes made 444. And the PayPal for Bears and Bubbles is Bears and Bubble 444 at gmail.com. And somebody made that up for me. Made that PayPal for me before Jay-Z dropped the 444 album.
And I say the universe wanted you to see that because right here it say 29 likes.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you got the main screen. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So to come off, so yeah.
Well, that's perfect for me.
That's
Look,
perfect for you.
Look, that's something I would have never know. Well,
Yeah.
the reason, goddamn, the main screen says I don't have but 5 likes. So you looking at it over there, so you see that
it hasn't been updated yet. Maybe people start to come off at the end or something like that. But yeah.
Well, that just goes to show we got way more likes than I thought we had. See how the universe works?
Mm-hmm.
I've been goddamn liked more than I thought. Oh,
you said that yesterday.
God.
Remember, you said we're gonna have more likes today.
Mm-hmm.
You said that yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You sure did, and look at it.
Well, Chris, it's your time to do the re go to bring rap the lesson. Let me put this link up because PA.
Mm-hmm. Look, TT said something about what TT say? Kevin Samuels gave him a general idea of work hours. Did you call in, TT? What happened? But anyway, I love this segment, like for real, because I just remember like going back, and I remember when I was trying to find things green, we would be on the highway. You was really trying to work with me, and he like, find something green. It's like, look at the trees, and listen. I was looking at them trees so hard because I was making it so much harder, but I needed it so bad that I was like, I need to see green all around me all the time to remember to keep my mind steady.
It's funny because how the mind will work. People make stuff difficult. It's up to you. Like
It's
I
up to
said,
you.
it's up to you what satisfies you.
Yeah.
You could choose just to do this in the morning. You could choose just to walk a half a mile and be satisfied. Before you know it, you'll want to walk a mile to be satisfied. I remember being on the road and I was saying, well, Chris, if you see some green just bubble up, and she started looking around, I don't see no green cars. I don't see no green trucks. She turned it into green cars and trucks. I'm like, Chris, the goddamn road sides are green. Goddamn.
The signs.
Yeah, the
are
signs.
green.
I said the trees. She like, damn, I ain't even think about that like that.
Well, I was like a little girl. I was a little girl at the window just looking at this.
We got my man Vajri on the scene.
Hey,
what's up, bro?
what
Talk
up,
to us.
Vajri?
Hey. It's graduation, commencement day. Get to walk across the stage today.
Oh, congratulations.
From the right to the left, you feel me?
Hey, congratulations.
Hey, look, tell us where you graduating from and what you getting your degree in, bro.
I'm graduating from Kennesaw State University. My degree is is a bachelor's of science in computer science, and I took the hard route. I took the big data analytics class, the artificial intelligence class, the just linear algebra, like as many hard classes. I could have easily graduated easier classes, but I was like, there's no point in me taking this class if it's not hard. I could sleep through it if it wasn't hard. So this is fun. This is awesome. And I get to finally walk across stage. My parents are going to be there. A couple of my friends are going to be there. They're live streaming online. So, oh man, this is about to be awesome.
Oh, you didn't do it yet?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's in a couple hours. It's in like 2 hours. So
he came to class first.
That motherfucker. Hey, look, when his alarm went off this morning, he got up. He slept in that shit last night.
Hey man, look at the wall behind me. I'm almost finished decorating my office. Like I put a couple of the plaques up. I'm gonna put some of my other degrees, certifications. Then I'm gonna put some family pictures. Make it feel like home.
Yeah, give him a hand clap.
Right now. Let me get back to y'all in a second. My dad's calling. Actually, I'll call it. Yeah, let me get back to y'all in a second. My dad.
Yeah. Just holler at your dad. Come back in.
Yeah. Oh, that's dope.
PA, if you can come in, or anybody else that want to come in, so wonderful to see young men, brothers graduate, because that's something you have to start, and stay the course. You know what I'm saying? And that brother, he was in a wreck. Had rods in his back, a lot of shit,
6 months ago, he said, right?
What if somebody, when we talk about being general and specific, what if somebody would have told him, you're going to have to almost die in a car wreck and get rods in your back in order to get your degree? You see what I'm saying? He would have been like, I don't know if I want this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
Terrence, talk to us. And V, when you want to come back in, just wave your hand, because I won't be able to know. Well, I guess I'll bring him back in when he get off the phone.
Okay.
Go ahead, Terrence, talk to us, bro.
All right, I didn't call into Kevin Samuel's show. I was ear hustling, in the back in the crowd listening. And he was talking to somebody like, well, you need to be working like 19 hours a day. You ain't supposed to be like out there looking for no woman or nothing. I was like, God damn, that's a lot of work. I started putting the specifics like, okay, I ain't gonna be able to do this. And I'm like, damn, 4 hours, 5 hours left in the day. What the heck? That's just sleep, eat, wash your butt, go to sleep real quick, get back up and go to work. I was like, oh, hell no. But I found a job, you know what I'm saying? Well, I didn't find it. Somebody called me, was like, yo, I got something that you're gonna like. I'm like, man, how you know me? I like the job. So working 3 hours, make it at least 2 weeks of worth of pay. I mean, not 3 hours, but 3 days working 2 weeks of pay. I'm like, okay, boom. You know what I'm saying? That's the first job I've had in over 10 years since I stopped doing tattoos and all my different arts and stuff. I'm like, wow, okay. So that's how it just was trying to tie up into general and specifics into the show.
And see, like you said, now you are actually, you thought you couldn't work that many hours. You're getting paid that many hours for not working that many hours.
Exactly.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, way to ear hustle, brother. Let me bring my man Vito back in. Appreciate you, T.
Oh, hey,
go ahead, Vito.
All right. So just a couple cool things that, like, everything that you ever wanted will be given to you. Mm-hmm. So my dad is just like that cool Bernie Mac kind of guy. He just walked through just being a funny dude. Man, when I was like 21-ish, I was working like nighttime at a tech support place, and I wasn't really getting it. Like, I wasn't blending into the environment. This old cat old cat, I'll just leave it at that, came up to me. He was like, hey man, you look real familiar. I'm like, no, I don't. No, I don't. I really don't. He's like, nah, man, I don't forget a face. I'm like, all right, where do you know me from? Because I don't forget a face either, and I don't remember yours.
Yeah.
And he remembered my dad. And this dude showed me the ropes at the job and got me a team lead position.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't seen my dad in like 20 years. Apparently, my dad, he worked at a temp service like at $5 an hour, like 20 years before, and helped Buddy stay on the job. Well, my mom worked at the church for 20 years. She actually got her bachelor's and master's while she was working at the church. She's gotten friends of mine, just counseling services, stuff like that, years. And some of those people bought my textbooks. And I've been in school for like 13 years. So I kind of felt bad for not graduating when they bought my textbooks like 8 years ago when I was like super broke. I was like, oh man, I really owe them something. And I know that $6 for that Calculus 1 textbook, that the interest on that is not just the $250 they gave me. It's a lot more than that. And really to pay them back the best I can is to actually finish.
Yeah, true. So man, let me ask you something, because I always say, and I'll get into that as I talk more in the class. I always say it's never as good in the real world as it is in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Are you finding this not anticlimactic, but is it just as good as for you in your actually living, finna graduate today, as it was when you was thinking about, yo, I'm gonna graduate? And you get my question.
Yeah, it's actually the opposite. I thought that I would not give a crap about this day.
Yeah.
Because like I've literally been moving through my career without any of this. Like I went through one programming class, I tested out of one and then started the next one. He was like, if you can finish this, you can get a job. So literally the second computer science course that I took, I got a job at Comcast as like an application developer. I didn't need the degree, and it kept gating me. Like when I try to transfer a position, they'd be like, hey, we require a degree for this, so you got to stay in your role, but keep doing all this extra stuff you've been doing. I'm like, dude, you serious? But now a whole bunch of stuff just started falling in place. My old CTO, old director, and all of that, they all need an extra dev on their team or extra engineer. And I've been perfecting my resume. And as I was perfecting my resume, some of my old business partners and stuff were like, hey, we have like teams and stuff. Now that we see that you're alive again, you want to come help us out? I'm like, maybe, actually. I now have time. Holy crap, yes. So the day turned out a lot more exciting than what I thought it would be.
Hey, look, I'm gonna ask you after you sit through the ceremony. Boy, that shit right there I done got a master's and an undergrad, and I be sitting out that motherfucker mad. Like, so I'm gonna ask you.
Nah, but I want the picture. I'm waiting on that picture when I get to shake the Dean of Computer Science's hand, and they take a picture of it while you're right on stage. That's gonna be my LinkedIn photo. That's probably gonna be my LinkedIn photo. I wish I didn't have the hat on when I did it. I might meet him afterwards so I can get it with just the suit and shake his hand. But I'm waiting on that. Like I'm shaking in my shoes.
Hey, look, I'm still gonna ask you tomorrow, and
of course,
and see what you say, man. That shit was like, God damn, I done waited all this time to sit out here mad than a motherfucker.
Yeah.
How long was y'all's ceremony?
Well, man,
you gotta count the hours
normally
you get there before.
You gotta get there before as a graduate, because you gotta get there probably an hour and a half before, right?
Kinda. I'm in the engineering computer science department, so we got to digitally check in like an hour before, but we only have to physically be there 15 minutes before. Man, and we have a game lounge as well, like a game design lounge with a whole bunch of Xbox and PlayStations and shit like that. We can just sit and play. And then also afterwards, we got a similar. I'm an engineer. Our shit looks different.
Okay, so we both graduated from Central, undergrad and masters, and the thing that fucked me up, it's like it's a HBCU, and why is we doing all this white people shit, man? That
That's
shit would
real.
make me so fucking mad. Like all these, it's a Luther and a Patti LaBelle in the fucking choir, and they
Yeah.
singing. Oh,
We got an even split at my school.
You
It's
say you got an
50-50.
even split?
I'm in Atlanta.
half white, half black.
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta, so it's half white, half black, and we got Battle of the Bands and stuff. So our stuff usually would people be dancing and stuff when they coming out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you, bro, man. Hey, man, congratulations,
Yes,
man.
yes.
Congratulations, man. And
Thank
do
you,
your
sir.
thing. Don't celebrate too hard, bro.
Oh no,
Well,
I'm
celebrate
chill.
Yeah,
harder than
turn
a
up, turn up,
motherfucker.
turn up, turn up.
Appreciate you, bro.
We done fell asleep after hours. That's what, so I get
Man,
it.
I be so goddamn hungry sitting out there.
Yeah.
And look, and when Daewon graduated, that's when I was mad because I was like, it ain't even me. I was real mad
was
when you
ready.
graduated.
Man, listen. I mean, like he was just there for 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? It's always about the 6 hours, and then I'm always in the front, so I'm about to fall asleep. You know, by the time it's over, you just been there so long, then you don't want to go sit in nowhere because the wait is gonna be long, and it just winds up a lot. I mean, I think I was still excited like him because of how I see my education role.
Yeah, let me read a
Well,
couple of things Crook said
Yeah.
since he couldn't come in. He said, you need contrast for the perfect picture. Contrast will allow you to be more specific, which can fuel your momentum to push you. Yep. Well, you know what? Contrast. I ain't even think about that.
Mhm.
Contrast in a picture. And even on your TV, they got a goddamn
Mhm.
contrast button. So yeah. Contrast will allow you to be more specific. He is exactly right.
Mhm.
Because if you have a general goal of, like he said, when he wanted to start his restaurant,
Mhm.
and when things happen opposite of what he wants to do, now you got to get very specific.
To get it
You know what
done.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's like you can decide. I want to eat. Even when I started shipping vegan meal prep, when
Mhm.
I was making a lot of money just cooking locally,
Mhm.
and I started being vegan, you know, I changed my mind. And now sometimes people be like, man, you goddamn started cooking vegan food, stopped making money on the other food, and now you ain't even vegan no more. I said, well, I changed my mind for the motherfucking time being, you know.
Mhm.
But what I'm saying is, when I first started, I'm like, well, I'm gonna just do vegan meal prep, and people
Mhm.
locally didn't buy it,
Yeah.
but people wanted it all over the nation, and that was contrast. That was opposite of what I wanted, because I wanted to sell meal prep locally, so I didn't
Mhm.
have to do a lot of traveling, a lot of work. And when the contrast came, opposite of what I wanted, I had to get specific. Okay,
Mhm.
I went and found a Jewish guy. He made the boxes, the coolers for me. I had to learn how to ship with dry ice. And then that shit got to the point where I can meal prep on a Friday and Saturday and ship out and make all the money in 2 days.
Mhm.
So it got to be where it was like, damn, I'm making more money doing this, which I thought was going to be a problem, but I had to iron out the specifics.
Yeah.
He said something else. Smoking Mom said, make it enough. So if you think you see something or hear something that could bubble you up, then make it enough.
Yep.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it
There
takes.
you go. Make it enough. Look, we're gonna have to make that a goddamn saying. Make it enough. We got my man Roger with the $2. Hold on, let me.
And it's 2 more people did too, right?
Oh, let me go up. Let me go up and look.
And Davita.
Okay, so that eventually we'll have the soundboard in the middle once I show you how to work it. So as soon as we get one, you can hit that motherfucker. Let me give everybody they love. Let me scroll down. I'm scrolling. We got Rodney. Appreciate that, Rodney, for that $2, man. A lot of people think that that $2 shit add up, man. You get a lot of $2.
Yeah,
You only get the money from
there.
YouTube once a month too, so that shit add up. Before you know it, you got $300-400.
Yeah.
Davita Jane Brown, thank you for the 10
you.
spot. Thank you, sister. And then I just seen my man Roger drop that twice, that $2. What's that movie that little boy said, I want my $2. Appreciate you, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man, a lot of people don't realize that contrast, man, PA, that was the illest, the illest thing, and to make it enough. Because like I said, I'm going to see Mary Ann. And then I had to goddamn add to it and make it enough.
I had thought about when I started school, and I couldn't get right into a university, so I had to go to a community college. And I remember thinking, it was going to take me a long time. And I only felt like that because doing hair every day always felt like Groundhog Day to me. Like it was the same repeat, the same people, that everybody want the same styles or whatever. So I didn't have to pay attention to time like that. But when I got to school and I'm looking at this degree, I knew it was going to take me a certain amount of time. So it felt long. So what I decided to do was get myself involved in extracurricular activities throughout my process. So it gave me moments to enjoy. You get what I'm saying? To get to the final thing, because looking that far ahead was too much for me. And now, I'm just been in it.
Hey man, don't worry about it, Vito. It took me like 9 years to get my undergrad, so we ain't worried about it. It ain't how you got them started, it's how you finish.
That's
G.
right.
Like I said, if somebody would have told you, like, as much as you love Crystal, she's not your biological daughter. If somebody would have told you one day when you had 2 sons and you wanted a daughter, well, in order to have a daughter, you're gonna have to let your husband have a baby by another woman. What you just said? Nah, that ain't gonna be my motherfucker. What you just said?
I mean, I wouldn't have thought it would be possible for me to love a child that I didn't birth like the way I love her.
Exactly.
I wouldn't have thought that. Like that's my baby. Like I don't look at her and be like she came from somebody else. I mean, I was a part of the process. So just being in a delivery room and see her come, like I can't see my own baby come out my pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So to be there and see, hold her the mother's hand and rub her back and see the baby come out and be right there part of the process and stay in the hospital with her the whole time, then go stay with her for 2 weeks after, so that Crystal wasn't torn away from that process of bonding, but so that she still wouldn't forget me. Like I'm just a part of that whole journey as the mother is, you know what I'm saying? And if I didn't have her with me now, I would feel like incomplete. So yeah, and nobody could explain how that process was going to go and how it would feel. But in accountability of it, the only reason why it was maybe probably a little easier for me to kind of wrap my mind around it, because of my accountability, I knew I had tied my tubes, because I didn't want to, I be falling in love with everybody I be messing with. So I didn't want to wind up with 3-4 kids, you know what I'm saying, by different dudes,
niggas,
and take me out the game. So when I tied it, I was honest. I was like, me and my baby father cool, but I don't see this for forever. We already coexisting, you know what I'm saying? And then he went to jail. So, okay. So I'm like, I don't need to be falling in love with some random dudes along the way. And by the time I know I'm really, I come across, because I believe that there was still going to be a man that was going to find me regardless. And I said, I'm going to take away the risk of not being chosen, and 2 was too much for me.
And see, I think that's the accountability of Berries and Bubbles. The more and more people watch the show and get to be there true, like the board, high in heaven when you up top. When you can look at yourself and say to yourself, I fall in love with niggas. So I'm going to end up having 4-5 babies by niggas. I tied my tubes for that reason. So then when you meet me and your tubes are tied, and I say, well, I got to have a baby. Either we got to untie them or something, but I got to. And it was so easy for your accountability. A lot of us are walking around now still sad over an abortion, still sad over paying for abortion, still sad over a situation in life that we know we thought that shit the fuck through.
And let me just add, it wasn't like I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. What I'm saying is that, because clearly all I had to do was not fuck out of, when I was ovulating, clearly. So it let you see I had no idea what was going on with my body. Most of us don't, you know what I'm saying? I've realized that. And so if I had to also be accountable to my ignorance, you know what I'm saying, my self-care and all those type of things that allow me to still bubble up in the moment where my real life moment, woman, society emotions could have gotten away. I'm like, you fall in love and you don't know when your period comes. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what the fuck is going on. So you did the extreme shit because you didn't know how to do the little shit. And then here we go. So let's move on. And this man deserves to have his legacy the same way you get to look at your children and smile and, see all the things that are of you, he deserves to have the same thing. And I wanted you to have that. And I didn't want it to be about us going in debt in
And-
order to have that.
And as we and Chris, we're going to start our own podcast, and we're going to be talking about stuff like this because I laugh so hard. You got families now where you got two men that's gay go adopt a child, and people just clap on that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, two transgendered men adopt a baby.
Mm-hmm. Have a baby, right? We just saw a man have a baby.
Yeah, but then some like my situation, people will try to frown upon it.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of slack when it popped up. I had people sending me messages.
I want people to understand there are men right now in situations with women they love, and these women don't want to have more kids, can't have more kids, and there's no fucking way that I want people to understand that family can be created, and there's no wrong way to create love and create family. So what I'm saying is, I know brothers, I know niggas who, I don't know the situation or why they don't have kids, but they're married and been married to their wife 25 years and they don't have no children yet. So if it's him, it's him. But if it's him, then he need to let his wife do something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just my opinion.
Well, I know women who have tied their tubes. They actually, and I say this in the near future. You know how we've had all these moments when somebody has sued the government for certain things. Like, I really feel like is women probably about 37 to 55 who were on Medicaid, who they gave us that solution. And usually you cannot get your tubes tied unless you're married at a certain age and have a certain amount of children. And that conversation came to me and it was talked to me as if it was a great idea. I didn't think of that by myself, but I didn't think it through. So it's still my accountability. However, I know a lot of women from doing hair that have their tubes tied.
It's almost like a class action suit.
I really feel like that.
Encouraging young women to tie their tubes. Like back in the day, they used to sterilize them. And then with young women your age, they encouraged them to do that.
And I'm going to tell you why I also know that, because my closest friends, we were like on Medicaid. So we don't know no difference. But then as I started to say this little statement.
Yeah, Medicaid won't even pay for a boy to get circumcised now.
No more,
but they
tie
pay
your
for women
tubes.
to tie their tubes. I got to take me a...
Okay, and bring my baby when you come back. So I could just say this very quick, because maybe I need to get it out, because there might be other women that hear that. There are, going forward, I had met men who had insurance, and even women, and when I would talk about this in one way or another, my source would move me to say it. I didn't know that was still in place. So women still are not supposed to get be able to get their tubes tied, number one, without a husband's consent. And number two, you're still supposed to have a certain amount of children, supposed to be, and you should be a certain age. And so I had met one man who his wife was able to do that behind his back or something, and he was actually suing somebody or whatever. What I'm saying is that shit is still in place, but that wasn't said to me like that. So to say that that's like that, and to know that I know a lot of women who got their tubes tied, and really that was mine. I'm being honest, saying I be falling in love. For them, they was having so many abortions that the tubes tying was just the easiest way to not get pregnant no more. And then now it's time, and they wiped up, and as we got some business about ourselves, and then the man don't have no kid, and they like, well, I ain't having no more. And don't want to give the man the opportunity to have his offspring. And I'm just like, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, definitely, create your own family. And it's not a taboo in the white community. It's just Black people that act like it's taboo.
I mean, I'd be real with you. In the Black community, everybody love their friend's mama more than they love their own mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, meaning like, not everybody, but your
mother was better to your friend.
Yeah, like my mama used to take kids in. I'd be like, God damn, you act like it's hard to feed us. God damn it, I'm working to feed all y'all motherfuckers. I'm like, but you done took fucking 3 kids in too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and my man mama, I had a better relationship with his mama than he had, and vice versa. So family can be created how you want to be created. This my little ducky right here. I love her to death. You know what I'm saying? I love her to life.
Yeah, I love her to life.
Yeah. So we appreciate y'all, man. We gonna get out of here. with how we normally get out of here.
This ducky. Oh, yeah, you gave him a burp, huh?
What are they?
Ducky,
It's just
ducky,
feelings.
ducky.
It's real. You just got to be able to control them. This is how you feel.
Hey, you should have got her
Feelings
stick.
don't know that.
Love don't know the feeling of waiting.
What I do with them?
They on the bed in her box.
They don't wait on healing. 'Cause pain keeps hurting love. And time don't heal our
Clap,
wounds.
clap,
When
clap,
the wounds don't
clap,
show their
clap,
scars,
clap,
down these
clap,
walls.
clap, clap.
Unbreak my heart. So life keeps sliding wrong. For the most part, wrong's too strong.
It's Crystal with a K.
They get hard to hold it long. And they cry, got
Get it, baby.
And when man couldn't do it when they got it, now you got it all. You need to let it all go. Truly, something you will never have. So why not live life, love, learn, and laugh? Just smile, 'cause you
Go,
can't say it's
go,
all bad.
go,
I need
go.
to know
Did it, did it.
you are not in control. You should let it all go.
Did it.
Let it all go. You done brought the whole world into your life. Wake up every day and go online. You don't care if you're wrong or right. You little kid wanna tell your side. What's your little cash in the hair right? Let's shake a little ass 'cause your ass look right. Put a brag on the back, but you really depressed. But you'll never ever change their mind. Type to chase one down with that bitch in the head. I just feel the story. The type of nigga sit around on the couch with a bitch all day and watch for it. The type of chick show you pussy friend and get mad when a nigga in your inbox. We're the type of folks that are brag on what we bought 'cause we can't control our thoughts.
One.
You will never have.
One. Two.
Just smile, 'cause you can't say it's all bad. I need you to know you are not in control. You should let it all go.
Hey, hey.
Let it all go. Love don't know the feeling of waiting to be loved.
Ready to
They
be
don't
loved.
wait on healing. This pain keeps hurting love. And time don't heal our wounds. When the wounds don't show their scars, tear down these walls. Unbreak my heart.
Once again, y'all can Zelle us at 919-292-5374. Again, y'all can Zelle us at 919-292-5374. You can PayPal us at J Clark Products. You can PayPal us at J Clark Products. And you can always be a chaperone or pay your tuition at The Master Teacher. Once again, we thank y'all for being tuned in, tapped in, turned on to the dopest show under the globe, under the universe. It's about behavior modification, mental health clarity, and manifesting your dreams. Again, the first step is behavior modification, mental health clarity, and then manifesting your dreams. We thank y'all for staying tuned in, tapped on. New day, new way, new view, new you. We see y'all tomorrow. And if all hearts and minds are clear, can we get a E-Handala Robo Shy? A-Shake, Kiete, Odo Robo Bobo Shy. Yay, sauce. Dabba do, dabba do, dabba do that. Ah, man. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team.
Something you will never have. So why not live life, love, learn, and laugh? Just smile, 'cause you can't say it's all bad. I need you to know you are not in control.